Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
On the set.
59 mark. Check, 59. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Hey, wahoo! Be different.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Ready. 30 base.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Yeah.
Five.
Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
On the double.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Binds, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jones operating from the gun. It's complete to Jones. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Ready?
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Ready?
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Hey, Alpha.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you. We're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Set. 10 Lobo.
52's the mark.
Get that. 61. Matchbox. Right up.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Jam.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on.
Go.
Mike, check. 59. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Hey, zoom. Let's go.
2nd and 6. Jones has it. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Switch.
Bravo. Get it.
They'll look to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Jones. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Slam.
You draw portrait.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go.
Any weapon.
Check. Crunch. Check, running.
Roll out.
Check. Slam.
Secret.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
X3, 218, chopper. Snap.
From the 45 on second down, Jones under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there.
Kill.
Look at me. Score. 5.
Operating from the gun, Jones, flush to his right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready, break.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Now.
Mike's 59. Here it comes. Mike, check.
Hey, exit.
59. Well, baby, come on.
Yo, cheetah.
2nd and 10. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And that was DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 21-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
I got you. I got you.
Hey, Haywood.
57's the Mike. Rock 57. We own them. We own them. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Five.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Down. 30 base. Smooth.
2nd and 4. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Giants 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go, set, 10-2 start.
Watch it before. Hey, pick your game up. Say.
Now Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Echo, protein spill.
From the gun, Jones. And some room to run now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Marr on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back. Out of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 7, Jones. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, 59.
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down.
He's coming. We got double up.
Jones throwing on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back to throw. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
54, right there. 54 miles.
Throwing again on second down. Jones escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down. He may try and run for this.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You better be afraid of me.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Jones now operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And what with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. Jones. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, zoom. Big grip, big grip.
Now back to throw. McLaurin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Ready? Coaching, spell, Moody base.
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
What we got? What we got?
Greystone travel.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Safety green.
They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They're going to look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Out.
Hit it.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at about the Redskins 30.
It's a gain of 8.
Topper.
Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Who draw corker?
We got three. Right there.
Snap.
Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
You must be dreaming.
Five.
2nd and 13. Flushed out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Following the sack, they go from the 13 on third and goal.
Tackle. Mine's 54.
From the gun, Jones forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards brings up 4th down and goal.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Shoot.
Jones throwing on 4th down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play.
Giants 7.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Cherry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Now Jones From the gun, he'll throw. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Got it.
59.
General West.
59. I'm on. Switch.
Five.
On third down, Cherry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Set. 60-yard.
Brings up second and 12. At the 40.
On second down, Cherry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
60 outlaw.
Bringing up third
Mike is
and
59.
12.
Mike is 59.
Pilot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cherry. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
I smell fear in that offense. Let's go.
From the 29, Jones finds an opening past the 40. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Jones now. On first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Check, 59. And we got to get to the ball, team. Hit it.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper.
Down. 70. Indy.
Second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.